Good morning, everyone. So I'm Melvin. I'm going to talk about social engineering attack using USB rubber ducky. So what is USB rubber ducky? USB rubber ducky is a unique device that appears like a pen drive, like a normal USB drive, but has a higher capability. It is used by hackers, ethical hackers, and non-ethical hackers, and most cybersecurity professionals for vulnerability testing and penetration testing and demonstrating various activities. So let's look onto the features of rubber ducky. So how does a rubber ducky work? So first thing, it's a pen drive, so it has everything. So you need to connect the pen drive to a computer. See, you can see that the USB now is connected to the computer. So what happens next? The USB has an executable payload. Payload is nothing, just an executable file which, when executed, performs various commands. So this is a payload. This thing has a payload which, when we insert the rubber ducky, the payload gets automatically executed. So what happens after that? So after executing the payload, we gain access to the system, and the rubber ducky takes control over the victim's computer. So what happens after that? So after that, data transfer happens. So the first step is connecting to the computer. First step. The first step is connecting to the computer. The second step is executing payloads. The third step is gaining control, and the fourth and last step is data transfer. In some cases, there is a fifth step which is like clearing all logs. So let us now see what is a payload and what is the structure of payload and how it is programmed. So structure of a payload. So payload has a simple structure, like has varied in n number of structures. This is one of the format. So first we have initialized everything here. So initialization, we have initialized a mail server, a port for that mail, a sender mail ID, password, and recipient mail ID. So this is initialization, the first. So second thing has a commands what to do. So now we are taking a screenshot. So capture screenshot is a command which, when executed, triggers the laptop, calls the system call to take a screenshot, and the screenshot is stored in the variable called screenshot. But this is not an actual program. This is pseudocode of the program. This is just a structure. Okay. So like what happens after that? So after capturing the data, we are now want to send the data from the host computer to the receiver. So it is sent through email. It is sent through mail. So that thing happens here. So you can see message, create mail message is a function call. So we are sending email, sender email ID, the recipient email ID, and the data. This is the data which we have taken. Okay, wow. Data. So what happens after that? So now we need to attach the data. So message and the screenshot. So this is just an this is subject. This is subject, and this message is the subject, that this thing, and the screenshot is our screenshot which we have taken here. Okay. So now we are sending this with the help of send email command. So now let's have a quick go through. So first step is initialization, second is capturing data, initializing and creating a mail message, attaching the screenshot to that, and then sending the email. So this is one format for payload. There are n number of format. Some format uses a client and server connection, where it is a TCP connection. TCP connection. So where the server sends, the server will be installed in the rubber ducky, and when it's get connected, the client is our host computer, us. It is us. The server is a rubber ducky. So this will send information here. This happens in TCP connection. So why do we need rubber ducky? So as I've said in the first thing and earlier, rubber ducky is used by hackers and even cybersecurity professionals who use rubber ducky for penetration testing and vulnerability testing. So what? So why do we need? So when a hacker tries to attack our computer, say this is my computer, this is my computer, and this is a hacker. So if he wants to attack my computer, he needs to break this firewall. This is the firewall of the computer, like antivirus. This is a firewall or antivirus. Firewall. So this is very hard to trespass this firewall. So whenever I try to make an attempt, this thing fails because every day our technology gets updated and the firewalls get even more stronger and stronger. So it is near to impossible to break the firewall. So some, and even if we break the firewall, it will be informed or intimated or notified to my computer. So it is impossible for the hacker to get into my system with high level of firewall. So, so is there any other way to get in? Yes, there is a way which hackers use, and that is through rubber ducky. So let's see that. So first we need to establish a connection. This is my PC, this is a rubber ducky, and this is a hacker. So he insert this into my computer. After inserting, what happens? As I said earlier, the payloads get executed. So after getting executed, I'll say what happens. Let me skip to the screen. Okay, so it is impossible to come into the network, but it is possible to go out of the network. So while coming in, there is a security check. Let's show. While coming in, there is a security checking in the firewall. So our payloads gets detected as a virus and it gets deleted, so our payload won't be executed. But when we send a message out of my computer, in this zone, no checking, no checking. So no checking happens. Therefore it is easy for the hacker to plug in my it is easy for a hacker to plug in a rubber ducky into my computer, and then he can collect data and send from my computer to his PC. So in this way he can overcome the firewall which will detect the virus and delete in the initial stage itself. So rubber ducky is used by a hacker and a penetration tester to avoid getting scanned. And you may think, when we plug in a pen drive, say like I am plugging in a pen drive into a computer, the first thing that pop-ups is a security message like the system wants to scan the pen drive, but that will not occur in the case of USB rubber ducky. The USB rubber ducky will not get detected as an pen drive. Instead, it will get detected as another device like your Bluetooth modem or non-memory device. So this makes that to skip the scanning part. So it is typically like a keylogger which is used to capture our keystrokes. So rubber ducky, when rubber ducky is inserted, it is the computer, my PC reads it as a device but not as a memory device. So the scanning for a virus will be skipped, omitted. So the payloads will be easily executed without any scanning for the virus. So this is how hackers use. You might have seen in many movies where people insert a small pen drive in the server and they hack the system. This is what the logic behind that. So when we insert that USB rubber ducky, which is a modified USB drive or a modified pen drive, so that the configuration file of the rubber ducky is modified in such a way that when it is inserted, it showcases itself uh, uh, as a device which is not related to storage device. It hides its identity as an pen drive, and it showcases like a normal Bluetooth modem or any other peripheral devices, but so that it will get skipped from the scanning stage. So you might think, is there any prevention for that? Yes, there are preventions. So the modern laptops and computers are equipped with a system where all the things which is inserted into the USB goes under the scanning processor. Not only the pen drive, but also the Bluetooth modems, our mouse, keyboard, any USB drive which is inserted gets into a security check. This is one thing. So you may wonder, I am having a whole system. Is there any other way to check? Yes, you can. So you can restrict your background running of the apps. So if this rubber ducky will always run in the background, it won't be shown in the front screen. When the payload is executed, it won't be shown in the front screen. So when you try to, if you want to prevent yourself from the some these kind of peripheral attacks, you can enable the system settings so that the background running apps will get prohibited. You can number the apps which can run in parallel in the background. You can restrict the number of apps, or you can like fix only I need these many apps, or only this browser or this firewall to run in the background all the time. Any external execution should ask me permission. You can enable those softwares to prevent from that. Yeah. So thank you. This is my this here ends my presentation. Thank you.